with CNBC TV 18.
Hello and welcome to the Changemakers exclusively on CNBC TV 18. I'm Ridu Bhandari. This is our exclusive series that showcases those organizations from India that are creating a positive social change and impacting the lives of thousands of people through their groundbreaking initiatives of corporate social responsibility. We've been talking about the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development on this show and showcasing those organizations that have placed the UN's Sustainable Development Goals at the center of their business philosophies. These organizations are striving towards achieving a sustainable future for all, and we're calling these responsible companies the Changemakers. One among the 17 goals listed in the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Education is the birthright of every child, but millions of children are denied access to quality education due to barriers like economic status, language obstacles, gender roles, and reliance on child labor. But one family has decided to challenge these barriers at the primary level, higher education level, and also at the systemic level through its many initiatives, and it's bringing about a transformative and sustainable change in the lives of many deserving children and their families. On today's episode, we bring you the story of the Changemaker, the Shibulal Family Philanthropic Initiatives. Take a look at this family's many exemplary and innovative programs in education, social welfare, and sustainable development.
Making melody in my heart.
Education is a gift unlike any other. And nobody understands the power of education better than the founders of the Shibulal Family Philanthropic Initiatives, S.T. Shibulal, the former CEO and co-founder of Infosys, and his wife, Kumari Shibulal, who spearheads the family's many social welfare programs. Hailing from middle-class families, Kumari and S.T. Shibulal have resolved to give back to society and share a part of the wealth they have created. And to do so, they established the Sarojini Damodaran Foundation in 1999 to transform the lives of the underprivileged in society.
Giving back to the society and giving to the people who are in need, that is very important in our life. So it is to making the country better. We thought education is the best way to contribute in their lives.
Despite the extensive network of schools, colleges and universities, India still has the largest illiterate population in the world. Due to economic barriers, many talented students are forced to discontinue their studies at the grade 10 level due to lack of financial resources and are forced to become earning members. The Shibulal family's flagship philanthropic program, Vidya-Daan, precisely addresses these challenges.
Vidya-Daan is a higher education scholarship program for students who are meritorious but from economically disadvantaged families. We select students through a very stringent process that includes test, interview and an actual home visit to make sure that they are really from needy background.
We started in 1999 giving 2 scholarships to 2 students. Now we are supporting about 100 students each from each state. And we are given 13,000 scholarship already in 10 states.
When we select these Vidya-Daan scholars for the Vidya-Daan scholarship, we do the mentoring process. It's not just a financial transaction. Every quarter we do follow-up actions, how they are performing in their examination. We do the mentoring, training for soft skill training, how stress management, everything.
The Vidya-Daan program has impacted lives of students to successfully pursue careers in medicine, engineering, arts and many other professions.
We start when they complete 10th, and we support them for any graduation of their choice. That's one thing, that's something that's really unique about our program.
Vidya-Daan made a new lease of life by providing an opportunity to pursue higher education. Now I am able to support my family financially, and I'm able to support my sister to get a job, and I was able to prepare her for interview, and now she's got employed.
Vidya-Daan have proven to me that being more responsible towards the society is important, because they have inspired me to do the same in future, because I can see the change in my own life. So I think that is the biggest asset that I have gained over the years.
With the aim of making this program more scalable and self-sustainable to cover all states in India, a new model of Vidya-Daan called Each One Teach One was introduced in the year 2015.
We believe very strongly that every individual, every corporate and every social organization, if each one of them can teach another student, then we can make a huge impact in addressing this problem. So hence, from Vidya-Daan, we have launched this Each One Teach One initiative, which will provide a platform for an individual or an organization to support this cause.
When I critically looked at Vidya-Daan, three things came to my mind. One, in terms of the strong support by Shibu and his wife in this process. Second is in terms of the scalability they are actually bringing in. Number one, the selection criteria, and second thing is the transparency they bring into the table, and third thing is actually built on a technology platform which provides the technologically scaled and the reach to larger people. And I think it was a no-brainer for us to kind of partner with Vidya-Daan, and today we have more than 100 students in the scheme.
Considering the impact that Vidya-Daan has created since its inception, the Shibulal family plans to scale the program to all states in India through participation from many more individual and corporate sponsors.
Over the next 5 years, we hope we can touch all over India, and we'll have about 100,000 scholarships.
In 2004, the Shibulal family, through the Advait Foundation, started Ankur, a comprehensive residential scholarship program that provides an equal opportunity to these kids by providing them with care, attention, encouragement and support through a holistic education aimed at their overall development.
The Vidya-Daan program supports only from 10th grade onwards. So a lot of students will not reach till 10th grade. So we thought we will take them when they are in a young age and house them with a house mother and send them to school. That is how the Ankur program started.
Ankur is inspired by the right to education. However, there are many children who are unable to exercise this, and we at Ankur make this a reality.
The Ankur program has been designed to take complete responsibility of the children from their physical and emotional well-being to their education till class 12th.
While the education is taken care of by our academy, the residential program takes care of the holistic well-being of the child. The physical needs of the children, their health, nutrition, sports, co-curricular, emotional and after-school academic interventions is the focus of us at Ankur.
Having started the program in 2004, Kumari Shibulal felt that the kids were being discriminated against in regular schools. This led to the birth of Samitha Academy in 2009, an English medium school that is built on an inclusive model of education.
As part of inclusion, we have 22% of our children from, again, disadvantaged background, and the rest come in from the general population. As a school, we believe that education should prepare children for a future we cannot predict. So we start off with an environment that's both caring and value-based, and on that we build a curriculum that will prepare them to be independent thinkers, problem solvers, compassionate and social responsible adults and future leaders.
Unger students are housed in the school campus in clean, airy and comfortable hostels with house mothers to look after them, and the parent-child bond is nurtured through regular visits.
What is this, ma'am? All the best. How was the preparations for the annual day? Nice, ma'am. Nice, ma'am.
We try to endeavor to cover all dimensions of a particular child. So to that extent, we run kind of parent workshop also, so that dimension also is addressed. After all, they also need to see the change which happened in the child and be able to adapt to these changes. We have something called as the HRT. HRT essentially meaning homeroom teacher, who actually gives a multifaceted approach to all needs of a child. She is a single go-to person for a child.
To develop inclusivity among students, the Samitha Academy has employed innovative pedagogical techniques like the quality circle time to sensitize both students and teachers.
Beyond academics, we've also, because of the model that we have, the inclusive model, it's important that our classrooms are also inclusive, collaborative and trust-based. So we were looking at creating those classroom cultures, and that's when we came across programs like the Connect Time and Circle Time. Here, these are circles where, forums where they build relationships between teachers and students and among students. So they have open circles where every child is given a voice. They discuss issues that are common to them, they discuss their emotions, and they connect with the teacher. So that has completely transformed the way we approach discipline at Samhita.
The first batch of Unger passed out from the Samitha Academy in 2019, and 156 more students are on their way to leading happy and fulfilling lives in years to come.
I completed 12th this year from Samitha Academy, and I've joined Government Engineering College in Ramnagar. Soon after joining the college, I was selected as the college representative. So this brought in the realization that the grooming in the hostel was pitched at a very high level. That now I realize, looking back, that in the future I'll be able to, take upon any endeavors that I, choose to embark upon.
Unger lets you be the person you are and guides you in the right direction. Like there was not a moment in Unger where I felt discriminated because of my background or where I come from. So that instilled more confidence in me to be the person I am.
ಈಗ ಅವನು ಓದೋದು ನೋಡಿ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೂ ಓದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಸರ್. ಏನೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಂಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಸರ್. ಅದು ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಖುಷಿಯಾಗಿದೆ. ನಾನು ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಕೂಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ. ಅವನು ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದೆ.
This inclusive and transformative program from the Shibulal family is making a telling difference in the lives of many children and their families, one child at a time.
Well, on that note, it's time to slip into a short break right now. But on the other side, we'll take a look at the Shibulal family's technology-based intervention, Shiksha Lokam. This is a digital platform that enables and amplifies leadership development opportunities for individuals and institutions engaged in K-12 education systems. Stay with us on The Changemakers, exclusively on CNBC TV 18. The digital revolution has disrupted everything from healthcare to manufacturing to banking. And using digital to make a difference in the education sector is the focus of the Shibulal family. In conjunction with state governments and NGOs across India, the family is using the deep penetration of smartphones and hyperconnectivity to empower government school leaders, thereby enabling children to get a better education in these government schools. Take a look.
In 2017, the Shibulal family extended their efforts in the field of education to improving leadership in government schools through the Advait Foundation. They established Shiksha Lokam, a digital platform to enable and amplify leadership development opportunities for individuals and institutions engaged in K-12 education systems.
Shiksha Lokam we started in 2017, and it is an education leaders platform. All the principals and block education department and everybody can use it. So all these years, so there is no program for the school leaders. So that is the reason we started this.
We made calendar-based solutions for them. Like what do they need to know in the month of November? What do they need to know in the month of December? And like this till February. So now when they scan this QR code, they are directed to the resources.
As a platform for education leadership, Shiksha Lokam offers open source technology capabilities and resources to a variety of ecosystem players, including individuals, NGOs and the government.
Where we are working with the NGOs which are new to the Indian geography, we will incubate them for a couple of years for that.
If you look at what do our leaders really want to do at their school, they want to improve their schools. So how do you manage improvement projects? But if you want to manage improvement projects, you have to have a good understanding of what's going on and what's possible. So how do you observe the system? How do you monitor what's going on? How do you understand where to make the improvements? So we built that arm of technology. Even if you knew what to improve and when to improve, you wanted to learn. And so we created the entire learning infrastructure. Today we have more than 2,000 learning resources on this platform, which is being used by about 140,000 education leaders across different programs, different states, different environments.
Cluster resource leaders, principals and headmasters of government schools use the platform's many capabilities like the assessment tool, improvement plans and the learning management system to design, compile, search and tag various learning resources and undertake customized learning experiences in local languages. Owing to its open source nature, the Shiksha Lokam platform is scaling rapidly and creating a significant impact in the Indian education system through its massive reach.
First and foremost, we focus on access. How do we ensure that, for example, there will be a lot of people who can't get online. So does the entire infrastructure work offline? It does work offline. How do you ensure that the content we are creating or the designs that we are creating are highly simple and highly affordable? Of course, it's a free public good, so there is no affording from a cost perspective, because whatever technology, whatever knowledge, whatever programs we create are created as a free public good. All technology is open source, all knowledge is Creative Commons, and that also brings a lot of people together. But looking at it from the leader's point of view, it's very simple to use in their own language. So the platform works in all the languages of India. So different programs have different construct, but the underlying design is that there's always someone who is on the field, working with the people, helping them understand this, learn this, cope with this. There are trainings, there are programs. Then there is this whole technology arm, which is understanding what they need, quickly modifying. So it's not a standard app and a portal that is put out and saying go ahead and use. It's a very flexible infrastructure.
In addition to the creation of a platform, Shiksha Lokam is also working towards amplifying the mission of education leadership by running an incubation program. EduMentum aims to provide momentum to early stage organizations that are working to strengthen education leadership in the country. The first cohort, the Alpha cohort, was conducted in 2017, where 6 NGOs were mentored and provided with seed funding. Currently, 17+ organizations working to bring systemic school improvement through education leadership are being supported and mentored through Shiksha Lokam.
I think the biggest challenge in leadership development, because Shiksha Lokam is about leadership development, is to raise the confidence, the curiosity, the excitement, their entrepreneurial skills to start doing these things by themselves. And we are seeing that happening in that cluster. People are making real changes. School enrollments have gone up, right? The data across all the cluster shows that people are actually enrolling their children in the government schools. Even some people are transitioning from the private school system and moving them into government schools. The respect for the schools has gone up. Their parent participation in the schools has gone up. The number of improvement projects that they're running has gone up. The collaboration and the coordination between the teachers has gone up. Multiple grounds.
The Shibulal Family Philanthropic initiatives, through their many programs in the field of education, Vidya-Daan, Unger and Shiksha Lokam, are touching and transforming not just the lives of the children, but their families and communities.
Well, that's all the time we have on this episode of The Changemakers. Hope that inspiring story about the transformative power of education motivates you also to perhaps teach an underprivileged child or even sponsor a child's education and truly make a difference. On that note, it's time to wrap up. See you next week with another motivating story on The Changemakers on CNBC TV 18. Thanks for joining us today. Goodbye.
The Changemakers, in association with